Hello guys and welcome here to the Lyft National Series. This is race number 10 here today from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Today we present to you the Alsco 300 at Charlotte. I'm Brian James here in the booth, and starting from the pole today will be Nathan Faden in that number 8. To his outside will be Dylan Ibrahimian in the 36. Of course, for these Lyft National guys, it's half the distance compared to the Cup race, which will take place tomorrow night here. So, but of course, there's some valuable information a lot of these guys can pick up. As you know, Nathan Faden, Dylan Ibrahimian, they are both Jello Cup Series drivers. We're going to be in a double points race tomorrow. For them, not only the key here is going to be, winning the Lyft race, but the key here is going to be figure out what you can for that double points race tomorrow, because that will prove to be valuable for you here today. Of course, these Lyft guys do not have a double points race here, so there's really not much at stake except for the normal for these guys as we get going here at Charlotte in a moment. One thing I would like to say before we get going: of course, the November schedule was just released not too long ago. It was released last week. So please, if you haven't checked it out, go check out our social media feeds and our website for the schedule, and you will find out when the races will be released in November. I will say I've done my best to work around holidays. It didn't work out quite well, at least major holidays. Obviously today is Halloween, and happy Halloween to you all as well. So I've worked around it the best that I could with the holidays. So unfortunately we will have a midweek at Darlington. Again, I didn't want to do that, but with the holiday weekend coming up, I felt that was the best option. So again, go look it over. It's not my best premier schedule. I've also done my best to work around the NASCAR playoff races in November. As you can tell, I've tried my best. So hopefully it works out at the end. And then finally, as well, you may have noticed in one of our recent GCN weekly updates, there is All-Star Race, or the All-Star Race fan vote will be open real soon. Please go check out the link. We'll post the link on Monday in our Discord and on our social media feeds, so that way you can help your favorite driver advance to the GCN All-Star Race, which, again, there's no set date yet for it, but we will have the All-Star Race possibly early mid-December. So please be sure to get out there and vote, because the All-Star Race is just about a month and a half away. We will announce an official date some point in November, but expect it for early mid-December. Also, to those who are in this series, for those in this series that do not run in the Cup Series, keep your eyes out, because later next month we will have one race contract signups for the GCN All-Star Showdown. So if you want your try at the Cup Series, you will want to sign up for this. So please be sure to keep that in mind as we get going. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We're going to be going over the next two races as well. But let's roll the intro, and we'll be back with your starting lineup here at Charlotte in just a moment. You are watching the Gaming Collaboration Network, home of the Jello Cup Series.
Oh man, through turns 3 and 4, we're going to have ourselves another photo finish, and I believe this time the 43 Tim Randolph will win at Daytona.
The Lyft National Series. Here we go. They make their way through turns 3 and 4. The pace car will peel off. And for the first time ever, the Lyft National Series is green here at Daytona. The Hitachi Truck Series. And here we go. The pace truck is gonna peel off. And for the first time ever in GCN history, we have a truck series and we are underway under the lights here at Daytona. And Tuesday night heat. Start for us. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go. You see the cars coming onto the back stretch. The starting lineup is on the left-hand side of your screen. Of course, the small teams have dominated. That's been the storyline of the year. This is going to be a 45-mile race, about half the distance of the Cup race, which will take place tomorrow night under the lights here at Charlotte. It's going to be an exhausting weekend for those who normally run triple duty. So definitely fatigue is going to be a key in this race, as the pace car will peel off, and it will be Nathan Faden and Dylan Ibrahimian leading us to the green. We're underway at Charlotte. Neither of these two able to get a definitive advantage, but Dylan Ibrahimian will lead the opening lap. It goes 3 wide for the race lead. Between the 9 of Nick Smith, the 8 of Nathan Faden, and the 36 of Dylan Ibrahimian. And down the backstretch, it looks like Ibrahimian will get the race lead. Keep in mind, this is the only time this series will see the oval at this track. The next time we come here will be in the playoffs, but it will be on the Charlotte Roval. So these guys will try to take advantage here. Not really much you can gain out of this race notes-wise. As again, we head to the Roval next time we come here. Ibrahimian continues to lead Nathan Faden, trying to hold on to second, and he will do so using that outside lane. And of course we kick off next month at the Texas Motor Speedway, and that of course will be a Saturday race. Then we'll have a midweek showcase over at North Wilkesboro. That I believe will be on a Tuesday night. After that we go to Milwaukee and Road America before we hit our second of 3 double points races here in the Lyft National Series. And of course that'll be at Darlington on Monday night, right after Road America. That'll be a double points race as mentioned, and it will be simulcasted on YouTube and Facebook Watch. So that's all coming up in the month of November. And that's what we have to look forward to. Dylan Ibrahimian continues to lead here. Looking on back. See Nick Smith there trying to hang on. He lost a few spots, it looks like, as the 4 of Casey Naneko is now ahead of him. Here comes not Dylan Ibrahimian. The 38 of Samet Ozkan crawling up into the top 5. And maybe the low lane in turns 3 and 4 is what seems to work for these guys. A little more grip, and you see there Ibrahimian now trying to take 4th, or 3rd rather, away from the 4. I don't know if he'll be able to do so, and you see there, they're running really close here, coming to lap number 9. Samet is up to 3rd. He's now going to look for 2nd in that 38. He won't get it. In fact, he might lose a few here. He falls back to 4th now, and he'll have to try again to get around the 4. He's definitely got one of the fastest cars in this race. He just hasn't had the momentum to get around. Of course, Samet, one of the guys who will be pulling triple duty. He'll be back tomorrow in the truck race, I believe, and then he'll be running the cup race on Sunday night. He's going to have to rest up. Here we go, battle for 2nd, and Samet Ozkan will take it for the time being. And now he'll set his sights on his friend, Dylan Ibrahimian, for the race lead. I don't know if he'll be able to take it. That inside lane doesn't work well in turns 1 and 2. If he can just hang alongside him, he might have a shot without giving up 2nd. And he'll give up 2nd, possibly, to Nick Smith in that number 9. Indeed he will. You can tell it's definitely about patience right now for Samet Ozkan here. Of course, we had mentioned there are 2 other races this weekend. I'm beating it like a dead horse here. Tomorrow we'll be racing at 12:15 Eastern for the Hitachi Truck Series. Then we have about a 5.5 hour break, and we'll be back here at 6:15 p.m. Eastern. That race will also be on Facebook Watch. And that'll be Sunday night. Should be a fun race. We'll also, at the beginning of the Cup race, show you how they stack up playoff points wise and playoff grid wise. And not so early look. Here, as you see, the 36 comes in. The lead goes to Samet Ozkan. Here might be his chance to get the race lead. And we'll see if he can do it when they cycle out. And the 20 will now go to the race lead. That's the Cup Series points leader, Dustin Davis. Of course, he wants to gain some valuable points. He may be first in the Jello Cup Series standings, but he is dead last here in the Lyft National Series standings. So definitely a lot of work needs to be done for him to get up into the foray of things here. See, the 38's still on the pit lane. He's just starting. Oh, he might have had an issue. And it looks like he does. Casey Horton will pass him. Here comes the 36. And he'll win the cycle out here. The 20 is just finishing up his service. And this should for sure hand the lead to Dylan Ibrahimian. And indeed it will. And by a lot, too. Almost 3 seconds to the car in second place. And that is actually a battle right now between Casey Horton and the number 9 of Nick Smith. Dan Hummel on the pit lane, by the way. This season just going from bad to worse for that number 25 team. They, of course, changed up their Instacart paint scheme. We're hoping for some better luck here, and it just didn't happen. Ibrahimian just trying to manage the gap right now to second. That time, though, they gained 4/10 on him. Let's see if they gain anything this time. They gain more. They could catch Dylan Ibrahimian. It's 10 laps to go. Plenty of time. And we are actually going to have, with 10 laps to go, it looks like it's going to be a lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's Angriness. And it's that 25 of Dan Hummel that we mentioned earlier. And now the 36 is in turbulent air with 9 laps to go. How quickly can he get by this 25? It's not easy work so far. And you see the 25 is just pulling away right now. And I thought for sure it would help out the 22 and the 9 a little bit more, and it didn't. So that's a little shocking. Coming to 7 to go this time, and you see Dylan Ibrahimian last lap opened up to a 2.0 second lead again. You see there Casey Horton gains just a little bit on the race leader. Oh, looks like we had a little bit of an incident in turns 3 and 4 there. I don't see any cars with damage. So I'm not quite sure what it could be. No caution either. Nobody's out of the race. We got 5 laps of racing to go. And you see they're slowly closing that gap. I just don't think they got the time. Oh, they might get lucky. 35 really had to slow down in that corner. Could we have some late pit stops with 4 laps to go? It's down to 1.3. Don't rule out the impossible. That time he doesn't really slip up. But you could see that 22 is starting to come into the picture. 3 laps to go. It's down to 9.5 tenths. Casey Horton is closing. All Casey needs is a slip up from that 36. And the 22 has a shot. Oh, they said they had to slow down even more. They're not pitting, but they definitely have an issue that's causing them to run a lot slower. 2 laps to go. Casey Horton is there. The battle for the lead is on. Talk about deja vu right there for the Horton family. As here we go, the battle for the lead into turns 3 and 4. Ibrahimian's got it right now, but he slipped up on that high lane. He had to get out of the gas. And we come side by side to the white flag. 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. Casey Horton barely edges the 36. They're still side by side, and Casey Horton will clear. We come to turns 3 and 4. I don't think Casey Horton's going to be challenged. Is out of turn number 4. Casey Horton is going to get the win at Charlotte. They did not give up there. And now I can tell you what I meant by deja vu for the Horton family. If you remember back to season 1 of the Carvana Wildcard series, Casey Horton, or it was Tim Horton, leading the playoffs in entering the championship 4 at COTA. Tim Horton had about a 3-second race lead over Devin Blue and lost it in a few laps. I'd say it may not be Tim Horton that won this race, but in any sense, it is sort of redemption for the Horton family in this race. So congratulations to Casey Horton on that win. He ends kind of a small team streak here as now Team Penske visits victory lane here on the Lyft National side, and we want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and standings, and we will be back tomorrow for the truck and the cup race. However, if you are not going to be here for those, we will see you next weekend when we take on the Texas Motor Speedway. Till then, goodbye everyone.